On this episode of Whitetail Addictions,
I'm what you call a lone wolf. I like to walk alone. I go hunt for the feeling. I thrive out on my own.
Whitetail Addictions is brought to you by Lone Wolf Custom Gear, the innovator of mobile hunting. Lone Wolf Arrowheads, recover your deer, not your broadhead. Osseo Gear, nature's best camouflage. Hoyt Archery, get serious, get Hoyt. Vortex Optics, the force of optics. Buck Fever Synthetics, make bucks hunt you. Painted Arrow Outdoors, relive the hunt. Face Off Bikes, make every hunt count. Onyx Hunt, maps for hunting, made by hunters.
Whitetail Addictions, baby. I love this shit.
I'm what you call a lone wolf. I like to walk alone. I go hunt for the feeling. I thrive out on my own. Look in my eyes, look at the prize, look at the yeah. Heart in my chest, holding my breath. I'm addicted to the game. I am the one they run from. Dead I lie and wait. I do not tremble, do not shake. Ice cold blood in my veins, yeah. The lone wolf is my name.
Wow, what a cage.
Tyson Pottenger, Whitetail Addictions, going over my 2023 whitetail season. Great year. Finally got lucky enough to get back in the woods a little bit. Still a college football player here at Montana State in Bozeman, Montana. So my schedule is very, very limited for hunting time. This year, finally got able to get my class schedule lined up with my football schedule and figure out that I could get on some of these deer over here in Montana, which was super cool. It's a brand new landscape, really, from what I'm used to. You know, growing up, always hunting public land mountain bucks out in the Pacific Northwest with my dad, Troy. Always, you know, huge country, endless public land. Got access to 2 or 3 properties, small pieces with even smaller chunks of huntable timber on those pieces. A lot of it was surrounded by CRP or agriculture fields. So as soon as I knew that I was going to be able to hunt some, I immediately started scouting. And this deer right here, my Montana buck from this year, called him Flyer 9. Just a beautiful buck. I got on him right away with a Buck Fever mock scrape, set up a Lone Wolf Custom Gear video camera on it, and on the first hard pull of it, this deer was all over it. watched this buck for 2 weeks consistently just hammer this mock scrape in the daylight, in the dark. About October 28th, I moved in. I hung a Lone Wolf custom gear set on this scrape that I built.
It is Halloween weekend, and we are trying to kill a big Montana buck. Set up on a big mock scrape that I put in about a month ago. And they are hammering it. Got some of the most incredible scrape videos I've ever seen. Well, that was pretty cool. Just had a really nice 3.5-year-old 5-point come in with another little buck.
Sure enough, about 5 o'clock, 5:20, I look up to the north, and here he comes, right out of his bedding area, right where I knew he was going to be bedding, using a crosswind at his face where I was just off the edge of it. I'm filming him at about 60, 70 yards, and my phone dies. It was cold that day. Just a rookie mistake that I'll definitely learn from. This deer takes a couple more steps. Now he's at about 35, closing into about 30 yards, and he's approaching another tiny little shooting window that I had. And I draw back again. He steps into that window for me, stops broadside, looking around. I was comfortable with the shot, let it go, felt great, sounded great, heard it zip right through him, and heard a real loud crack, which kind of confused me, but later on found out that I shot through him and shot right into a tree with that Lone Wolf custom gear broadhead. Just torched him.
What you call a lone wolf. I like to walk walk alone. I go hunt for the feeling. I thrive out on my own. Look in my eyes, look at the prize, look at the yeah. On my chest, holding my breath.
We got it done tonight, but what would you say that? 150, 175 probably? From the shot?
Something like that.
But we got it. He's right up here. Let's go take a look at this first Montana buck.
Tyson Pottenger, Whitetail Addictions. We just got our hands wrapped around our 2023 Montana buck. Beautiful 5.5-year-old river bottom buck. This buck we called Flyer 9. Had a bunch of really cool encounters with him this season. Kind of been in a rodeo with him. I think I've seen him, tonight would make it the 4th time I've seen him on the hoof. First time in bow range.
Do not shake, ice cold blood in my veins, yeah. The lone wolf is my name.
After killing this deer in Montana here on my left, the Flyer 9 buck, was really lucky, really blessed to be able to go out to Ohio this past year, go out with some of the boys from the crew, Justin Hollenworth and Steve Pinkston out in Ohio with my dad, and get on some late season bow bucks out there. So just a really fun hunt vacation with my dad. We headed out there, and me and my dad would really turn loose on multiple properties to do our own thing, to go scout them.
Ty's putting in a big late season December or almost January scrape. Got a big intersection here of old logging roads. A lot of deer activity. What you can't see is how thick that is back in there. It's just super thick. Got some pines down there. It's super thick country behind us. Then got the scrape, big intersection, old logging road there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different trails leading to this intersection on this. This is in the smack dab center of a great big saddle with 2 of the higher points in the county on both sides of us. Get the buck fever rolling. Oh, that smells good. The old forehead, you want to? Yeah. Got the forehead gland going there. Little shot of that, Ty. Just the, yeah. Money.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's what matters.
And then
every time you're building a new one, spread all this stuff up high.
Ty built this scrape, totally mocked it up. Beautiful licking branch. We're running the buck fever, full rut, late season. What we're after here is a real strong scent. And what's going on right now is there are a few does that are left in these woods. There's a couple that haven't been covered, especially the young ones coming in. Yeah.
There's a big one to live in here because he's going to show up if he lives in here.
They're pretty. We got into some bucks today. Yeah, doctor that bow heavy since we only have 10 days, so we're going heavy on the scent, so we don't have to replenish much.
But this buck was in an area that Steve had monitored that property all year, and this deer was a bully buck to a really nice younger 5-point, real heavy, big genetics. This was a big 5.5-year-old buck that was moving that deer around in that property. That spot was very specific, very small, so we could only hunt it on one particular wind. got that right wind, snuck in there in the morning, and I wanted to sit all day in there. Man, I had so many deer come by me that day, so much action. It was just super cool to see.
About 3:15. Had 6 does, I think. 6 or 7 does. Come in at about 2 o'clock. Mill around in here. There's a lot of acorns in this little timber patch that I'm sitting in. They headed north out to the beans. So hopefully a big buck tonight follows that same script. Still got deer underneath me. Ooh, just smoked a big 4-point in Ohio, baby. Yes. He was hard quartering to me, but I snuck it in there. He saw me at full draw. So I had to get it in there, but I snuck it in there and shot right through him. I'm looking for my lighted knock down there. I can't see it, but I know it shot right through him. And I just heard him crash. Boom. Whitetail addictions, baby. We just knocked down a big Ohio buck, baby. Let's go. Ooh, I'm pumped. I'm gonna call my dad and call the boys out here. Call Steve and Justin. That's a tank. We're gonna go just look at the arrow. Steve Pinkston, our good buddy, who none of this would be possible without him and Justin Hollingsworth have just been unreal hosts out here. But I'm just gonna creep over here and look at this arrow. I heard him crash in 10-15 seconds from when I shot him, and I looked back at the film and he was quartered too hard, but I purposely put it right on that crease and it just torched him. So we're gonna grab this arrow real quick, make sure it looks good, and wait for Steve at the base of the tree.
We are sitting behind our 2023, barely, Ohio buck. It's December 30th, a couple days before the new year, and we got it done tonight. I'd say today, this big dude rolled up out of his bed. He was bedded close. Like Steve said, this is a really tight spot and their bedding is really tight, so being tactical, being quiet and just getting in here and slipping in right on the edge is what it took to kill this buck. First day we came in and got the right wind, came in and got it done. So thank you so much to Steve Pinkston and Justin Hollinsworth out here in Ohio, helping us out with everything that they possibly can and just making this just a great vacation hunting with me and my dad. So 2023 Whitetail Addictions #2 buck of the year goes down, and we are done.
I do not tremble, do not shake, ice cold blood in my veins, yeah. The lone wolf is my name.
This is Andre D'Acquisto from Lone Wolf Custom Gear. I wanted to thank you for watching Whitetail Addictions and ask that you become one of our silent partners by hitting the YouTube subscribe button and following us on Facebook and Instagram.